Knittage check. Make sure everything is balanced. Alrighty. I want to make sure I give a shout out to Josiah Don Martin. What the fuck is human base? I want to make sure I put this link in the description so y'all can get this book. This is a book for hustlers. This is about marketing and paying attention to behaviors and how to tap in and relate to your consumer. You dig? Josiah has an MBA, real educated brother. He runs that platform called Independent Dope. I've spoken about this before, but yeah, this focuses on consumer behaviors and shit like that. If you can get on the same page and create an intimate connection between you and the consumer, you got a great chance of selling them a product. Got it? Paul, what up? Paul, you just over here on YouTube. I don't see you on Instagram much anymore. What's going on? Salute, salute, salute. He says, salute Joe Budden. What up, what up, what up? Kenny Mac, I gotta grab something. Come to you with knittage. I come to you with knittage. I just pulled these out of the store and shit. It's a king thread. Look at that baby. Look at that baby. Rollo. Know a lot of y'all have been collecting these. This is the world famous Rollo right here. This was named after Lamont Sanford's fashionably loud homeboy, Rollo from the Fred Sanford Show. But yeah, I got knittage, man. I got knittage. Make sure y'all go to the website, pa-knit.com, or my personal haberdashery, therealdribble.com. The hard copies will be uploaded in an hour to the website, PILLMATIC 2. Get you one. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? He said, what's up with Budden? If you know his history, when he first came out, he used to rap about his struggles smoking dippers. That's what they call them, I guess, in Jersey City, dippers. That's when you dipping your cigarette in embalming fluid. You know what I mean? Mike, let me get you up out of here, pimp. I wonder, do y'all make new profiles every time I go live to get kicked out, man? I'm starting to detect some freaks in here, man. Y'all like me whipping on y'all with this button here. He said the wet. Yeah, man, they saying that he's probably smoking dippers. Have y'all seen the story? It's trending online. My counterpart, Zip with the Drip, he went live yesterday about it. But it's something that's all over the internet. I think Star from the Star Chamber covered it too. Joe Budden was found bucket naked. He was found bucket naked, man. In somebody's, he was found to be butt naked in somebody's residence and shit. Poor Joe. Joe saying that he was sleepwalking. Ain't that a bitch? I don't think that holds up in court. Nigga said he was sleepwalking. Out of all of the explanations, he said he was sleepwalking. How the fuck do you sleepwalk outside of your crib to somebody else's residence? Don't make no goddamn sense. But when he said that, Furious said he used to be addicted to that shit as a juvenile. Man, I know some niggas that smoked wet and shit. You know what I'm saying? They actually called it butt naked in certain environments. You know what I'm saying? They called it butt naked because niggas would smoke that shit and start taking off all their goddamn clothes. And I remember people would, I guess they would force them to drink milk. I guess milk was something that would bring you down off of that shit. But he said they feel invincible. Yeah, man. He said that he was sleepwalking. Out of all of the explanations that you could offer for that, you lucky you didn't get no goddamn breaking and entering charge. He said he was sleepwalking. That ain't gonna hold up in court, man. That nigga smoking that dust again. Virginia Slim says we call a love boat. Yeah, that's Washington, D.C. He said, why they take their clothes off? I don't know. You got to ask somebody who didn't smoke that shit. I think they get hot. Any dust bunnies in here? Any dust bunnies in here? Zip talking about they be holding up buildings. Any dust bunnies in here? We need some insight. Boom, 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 boom. They calling him Junkie Joe to jump off, man. But I guess you get hot. Your body temperature starts to skyrocket and you start taking off your clothes. Travis says your blood starts boiling. He said that's a wild question. That's what's associated with smoking dust. So, I ain't never seen nobody sleepwalk. Me personally, I've never seen nobody sleepwalk. I've seen people talk in they sleep. I've seen people get up out they sleep and like be like disoriented. They might sit up and say a few words and then lay back down or some shit. But that's about it. I've known some niggas that drink alcohol, wake up out they sleep, and go piss in the kitchen and shit like that. I've heard of that. So that could be a form of sleepwalking. But once you walk outside the house and Jack Frost hits you, you're supposed to be able to snap up out of that shit. For whatever reason, he remained inebriated. Jack Frost didn't do nothing to him. And he arrived at somebody else's residence. Tone, I appreciate you, man. Homie said dog food. I seen a guy climb a platform in the BX high on dust. He had a bad dipper probably. He found some fire and had a skitty. Is that what they call it? He said, ain't nobody sleepwalking off hidden dippers. Come on, Gully. What you mean, come on, Gully? I ain't never smoked that shit, man. I'm trying to get some insight from y'all because I kind of know which cities that shit is popular in. New Jersey, D.C., parts of New York City. Oh, Philly. Philly. I was in jail with some niggas from Philly that used to get dusted and shit. Love boat, can you punch a code when you sleepwalking? So you saying that he went to somebody's door and he hit the code to the house? You better not fuck with them fools that's going off that water. I think he was getting his back, Blue Gully, and blamed it on, oh my God. I don't know about all of that, man. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram. It's a big discussion going on. It's a picture that was discovered of Basquiat, I guess he's an artist, who Jay-Z seems to think highly of. And it's a picture of Basquiat holding Andy Warhol from the back. Blatant blade action. And I'm saying to myself, damn, Ho, what did you see that was so slick about this nigga that you start name dropping him and shit like that? And, you did your hair up like his and shit. Like, I just didn't understand. A lot of people had a lot of different shit to say about it. Like, oh, he's an artist and da-da-da-da-da. Man, we black. We black, man. We black. There's a lot of other incredible men that we could be inspired by besides a blade, man. That's just too much. Too much. Getting wet in 2024 is wild. Joe Budden got a lot of money, I assume, from, his podcast endeavors and shit, and maybe endorsements. So he probably getting top shelf dust. Yeah. So Jay-Z role model is a gump. That's what it's looking like. The art world knows that. This ain't the art world, man. This is hip-hop, man. And there's never been a place for blades in hip-hop. It's a hyper-masculine art form, man. It just never was something that was accepted and shit. You know what I'm saying? Troy Ave called him Junkie Joe. I wonder what he gonna do after this, man. Like, how do you go and justify what you did without going to rehab? He got to go to rehab. That's definitely dust. There ain't no alcohol did that shit. Ain't no sleepwalking. Sleepwalking my ass, man. If you was sleepwalking, why'd you have all your clothes off? Why was you naked? It don't add up. It don't. Top shelf dust will have you visiting the upper room. 50 Cent been saying Hov been trying to be Basquiat. He did. He said it, I believe, on a Breakfast Club interview. I don't get it. Jay-Z has always been on some other shit, like been in his own lane and shit, but I don't get that part. I don't at all. He said he got some of that old shit. So, yeah, I know that a lot of y'all in here is from the East Coast and shit like that. Who got the good dust, man, that had niggas taking off their clothes? He said Joe got that premium dust. I see a lot of y'all, I see a lot of y'all know the symptoms. Habero season, Puerto Rico got love for Gully TV. I got love for y'all too. Joe said in his addiction, he was stealing money out of his mom's purse. He said in his raps. Houston got good dust. So dippers make you high. If you got a friend, hitting dippers is called babysitting. Harlem niggas got the dust. DC, we got our shit from the West Coast. Probably from Waterhead Bow. All he needed was a strawberry milkshake. He's trending right now about this shit. It's really, really bizarre. You can't justify. He lucky he ain't get no motherfucking case. Indecent exposure and breaking and entering. Motherfucker woke up and Joe was standing in their crib naked, man. Got his man all out and all that. Formaldehyde will do that. Dust heads are scary. I'm from the DMV, and water definitely made my homeboys take all their clothes off. He says he sleeps in the nude, so him getting naked probably had nothing to do with him getting dusted. So he talks about sleeping naked. Ask the woo. In Houston, they call it gorilla piss. I thought Jay wore his hair to prove a point of being rebellious and still doing corporate shit. Jay-Z got a very similar hairstyle to that dude, Basquiat. It's very, very similar. It's almost like he did it deliberately and shit. I've seen other people, Florida niggas that rock the wicks. That's those called the big dreads and shit. Look like tree branches. They call them wicks. I've seen niggas wear that, but the specific style that Jay-Z went after, it's the Basquiat. Plain and simple. Didn't Keith Murray and Redman used to smoke that shit? They called it the Baba Z. Redman is from New Jersey. Joe Budden is from Jersey City. So he go from hitting Tahiri to hitting Dipper stripping. He could have got parked that night showing up somewhere naked. We got 548 people in the building, 572, 630. Y'all like the video. It's almost 700 of y'all here. I came to kick it with y'all. Let me plug my man book, Human Based. I'm gonna have this book in the description. This is about psychology used to market. You know what I'm saying? This is a book that gives you some insight on consumer behaviors, strategies to form authentic connections with your consumers. For y'all who's selling clothes, for y'all who's selling shit out the trunk, the entrepreneur, this is a book that can help you on your way. This is by Josiah Don Martin. He got an MBA. He also run Independent Dope. If you ever seen that content on Instagram, this is him. Pretty sharp brother here. But I'm gonna put the information in the description so y'all can get to it. If Joe can sit on Tahiri chest and beat her and still have a career, this is only a speed bump, unfortunately. Calling BS. Basquiat didn't represent the rainbows and didn't push that line. It don't matter what you call him. We got a picture. We got a picture on my Instagram page at I am Gully TV _. We got Basquiat holding Andy Warhol in a very, very peculiar posture. And he wasn't giving it wasn't the Heimlich remover. The Heimlich remover. The Heimlich maneuver. He wasn't trying to save his life. He was on his bumper. Just looked disturbing. They got new drugs you can't even pronounce now. They got worse shit than Fetty. I don't think it's nothing worse than Fetty. Fetty gets you up out of here, man. Pull up champ, thank you. What cities is in here? I need to know. CJ Ballin, thank you. Happy New Year. What's the goals this year? I'm glad you asked me that. I want to repeat everything I did in 2024. I don't think that's a bad thing. Let's call it consistency. If you've been getting busy, and there's always room for improvement. Don't get it fucked up. There's always room for improvement. But I took a self-inventory last night. I said, damn, if I could pull off another 2024, man, I'm gonna be in good condition. Trenton, Jersey City, Brooklyn, Hampton, Virginia, New Jersey, BK, BX, Tampa, DC, what up? Kenny Mack, what's up, pimp? Trenton, New Jersey, King James, Mayo, Hartford, Connecticut, Rashawn, Washington, Virginia all day, Michael Martin, New Jersey, Mellow Maine, Pembroke Prime. I think I'm going to start doing this from here on out. When I ask you what city you in, I'm going to name drop you. Brian Russell from Toronto, Fifth Ave Media, Venice Shoreline, Trey A. Son, peace to the Polo God, peace to you. Burnt Out. He said, I thought you was from Philly. You thought wrong. Chris Matthias, Freeport, Camden, New Jersey, Sean Harris, Hartford, Goldie from Mount Vernon, Free Plays from Baltimore, Steady B, Duval County, Ty Baggs, Columbus, Ohio, San Diego, Tyrone, Quentin Jones, Motown, John Saw, San Antonio, Jonathan Hall, Richmond, Virginia. I appreciate y'all, man. Make sure y'all like, share, and comment, man. My most recent uploads, I uploaded 2 videos today. The first 2 videos that was uploaded in 2025. It's a music video by Ambassador Rick, pardon me, called Listen Close. And Del P. Del P is from Philadelphia, and he's hot. Y'all gonna start seeing a lot more of the Philly MCs in 2025, man. I made a pact with some brothers and shit. You gotta go above and beyond, man, to establish your bonds with the Philadelphia community, man. Like, they very, very introverted, man. But I had some discussions with some guys, and I was letting them know, man, we gotta make some changes in 2025. So look for more Philadelphia. Shout out to the Low Murder Official, West Philly. Y'all still name dropping y'all cities. I appreciate all of y'all from Pittsburgh to Compton. Anyway, Jump Off Joe, man. He's back on the dust. Next time I get on here, I'm going to open the chat line, man. I know y'all want to bid. I know y'all got something to say. So, yeah, we're going to open the chat line probably tomorrow. But this is a top story online right now. Jump Off Joe, man. I don't know what's going to happen, whether he's going to go back to podcasting. He's going to have to discuss it. Clarence Beeks, what's up? Ace said, are you going to work with King Tut? You've asked me that. I've been asked that many times. I just don't see what I could accomplish by working with him. I don't think that he has an outstanding story. It's niggas to stick niggas up in the chat right now. Shit. You did his ties to international relevancy was the fact that he was on Against All Odds, but It's niggas that stick motherfuckers up in here right now. I can interview 2 or 3 of these niggas in the chat. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? He said that he had nothing to do with the Tupac situation. So that's it. That's the end of the chapter. He already addressed it on his pod. He tried to make it about something else. It was never my intentions or my platform's intentions to defame his name or anything like that, but I did a documentary that exposed the truth about what happened to Tupac, and I gotta stand by that. But I'm glad that he came out and said he didn't have nothing to do with it. I was supposed to play some ball today, but I had something to do. I was invited to a run this afternoon. I was busy though. I'm glad those days are over with. Pac was misinformed. Yeah, he wasn't just misinformed, man. He seemed like he was paranoid in some regard. He was tripping. A lot of the people that he named on Against All Odds, he was just firing shots. That's all I can say. You know what I mean? Joe Budden is a very peculiar person. We got evidence of drug use now. He said that he was sleepwalking. If you sleepwalking and you on the East Coast, I'm assuming that he's on the East Coast, probably somewhere in New Jersey. When you hit that outdoors and that Jack Frost hit your ass, I don't give a fuck what type of narcotic you on. I don't care what type of narcotic you on, man. When Jack Frost hits your ass, you gonna sober up. You gonna sober up in some regard, like for real. It's bone chilling. I don't know if that does have you sizzling like that you could stand up to this East Coast. We call it the Hawk. So his whole thing about sleepwalking, I doubt it. You sleepwalk around your house, sleepwalk in your bedroom. That might be something that's believable. But when you get to going outdoor, opening doors, going down steps, down the streets, up other flights of stairs and shit like that, you wasn't doing no goddamn sleepwalking, my nigga. You was dusted, highly dusted. Pac had a right to be paranoid. It was a hell of a song, man. It's a classic song. I work out to Against All Odds. I think it went beyond paranoia. I don't think that... I can't say because I'm not the one that got robbed and shot, but the way he turned and went at Biggie and all of them dudes, man, nothing about them dudes said that they was off in his, like, stick-ups and shit like that. I didn't get that vibe from Diddy. I never got that vibe from Diddy. I didn't. Troy Ave is somewhere laughing right now. Troy got the last laugh on a lot of these niggas. He did. That's why you don't hear from him much. He came home from jail, and he's big chilling and shit. One thing about having adversaries and shit, it's best to chill, man, and exhibit some self-control. And ultimately, life will deal with them and shit. Like, there's people that I've been at odds with. They died. They got killed. They died. They went to prison. There's no reason to spin out of crash out. That's what we call it in these day and era. Crashing out. You don't got to do that. If you just slow your roll and shit, let karma deal with it, it normally will take care of the problem for you and shit. You just gotta be cool. He said one of the most no reason rap careers, Chano. Memphis Bleak. He said facts. Yeah. Memphis Bleak. His name is trending on Instagram right now. Dame Dash said that Hov was writing records for Memphis Bleak. I'm a Memphis Bleak fan. This is a hard copy, Myth Bleak. I got the proof. I like Memphis Bleak. I always did, but there were certain records that you almost couldn't detect Jay-Z's Midas touch. He said, is that surprising? I'm going to tell you like this, right? If that was my man, if Jay-Z was my man, we from the same projects, and he offered to write me a rap. If he offered to write me a rap, you know what I'm going to do? Do what you do. Do what you do. You know what I'm saying? The Coming of Age song 1 and 2, especially that second one off the Hard Knock Life album, I'm like Keenan, picking up on the vibe. I don't know if it's the kicks or how we, what'd he say? I don't know if it's the chicks or how we divide the loot. I think I'll pay his ass a visit before he decides to get cute. Jay-Z definitely wrote that whole song. That song is flawless. There's no way in hell they sat down together and Jay said, okay, I'm gonna write mine and you do yours and shit like that. We gonna put it together. No way, no how. That song was flawless. That song was flawless. It's All Right is another song that they was on together. It's All Right. Bleak probably wrote his on there. I don't think Jay-Z wrote Bleak's records on Raw and Uncut. This is Raw and Uncut for all you niggas and hoes. And the first time you sniff it, I might hurt your nose. That's him and Beanie Siegel. Who Want What with him and Beanie Siegel. We Them Hustlers with Beanie Siegel. I think Bleak probably wrote those records. But it was certain joints that you just knew Jay-Z wrote. Jay-Z got a song with Foxy Brown. Gotta get that paper, though. You know he wrote that whole shit. It's too perfect. It's too perfect. And he said, I got my mind right. They said, I forget. Is That Your Chick? I heard Hov wrote that whole song. I heard that back in the day. But what's up with Dame telling all the family business? Like, what's your problem? What is your problem, man? Why is you telling all these people's business? The fuck? Here's the man that coined the term chatty patty. This nigga act just like that little dude King, that little boy King that's telling all the finesse 2 times business. Dame act just like that little nigga King, man. He just telling everything. He is. He said he being a sucker right now. Dame going outside. He got nothing to lose. Man, that's corny, man. It's like he's damaging the product. If you was down with Rockefeller, and we know you was down, you was a part of that conspiracy, man. Like, why would you try to tarnish the legacy of them songs and shit? And you know how, with that, man, it was nothing bigger than The Rock. And their prime, and I'm a Wu-Tang fan. In their prime, nobody was bigger than Rockefeller. It wasn't even close. I'm just keeping it real. They was everything. They had a bomb squad. And it wasn't just that they had a bomb squad. It was the way they carried it. Dame said that if we had 100,000, we made it look like 100 million. Yeah, it wasn't even close. They had a bomb squad. But to get to a place that you getting on these social media platforms and you just telling all the business, man, that shit corny. He said bigger than Death Row. I think so, in my opinion. I think so. I went to the Rock the Mic show. I went to that show. It was in the summer of like 2002 or something like that. The Rock the Mic era, man. He said it. Movie, film, and clothes, we came to conquer it all. Nobody was doing it like that, man. They had movies. They had sneakers. They had clothes. They was untouchable. They was untouchable. They was. He said, wasn't nobody bigger than Rockefeller. Rough Riders. Hell no. Nobody. Y'all saying Rough Riders. That wasn't even close. No, no, no. Not at all. Dame did all of that, so why can't he say what he want? Why is he saying it now? Why is he saying it now? Why is Bleak catching strays and shit? He said, for real, nobody was close. Somebody said Cash Money. If you want to compare somebody to the Rockefeller dynasty, I would say Cash Money. But them other people that y'all saying, nah, it's not even close. You couldn't. When Jay-Z say 7 straight summers critics might not admit it, but nobody in rap did it, that shit was for real. That shit was for real. Seriously. He said No Limit. No. All of them artists from No Limit wasn't no good. Rockefeller, even they R&B acts, Rel, Chris John, like everything they touched was the shit. Period. Why was Bleak wearing a do-rag and a fitted and he was bald? I don't think he was bald back then and shit. He said G on it. Nobody. 50 Cent came along and kind of like interrupted the Rockefeller run. And it wasn't like he was interrupting the Rockefeller run. It was almost like he was giving Jay-Z a break. Like, okay, I got it from here, pimp. Like, you just tore this shit up for 7 straight years. Let me get on. And it was like he didn't ask to get on. 50 Cent was like a bomb. Boom! And he was there and shit. Cash Money is the biggest independent record label ever. Most records sold in the longest run. I don't know about none of what you're saying, but living in that moment, nobody was bigger than Rockefeller. Rockefeller had State Property, the movie, State Property, the group, State Property clothes. It just wasn't close, for real. Jay should have embraced Dipset. That might have been a little bit geographical. Yeah, Dipset was a part of Rockefeller too. And you already know how Dipset was at the time. I think the Cameron and Jay-Z thing, that might have been rooted in a little bit of Harlem, Brooklyn type shit. But I don't think Jay-Z really had any reason to feel insecure about Cam or nothing like that. I don't. $50 pushed niggas to the side. That's how big he was. Yeah, he came and just took it over. You saw Raekwon on Joe Rogan. I haven't watched it yet. We need to get artists like Raekwon more so on these platforms that built their career and shit. The Doggy Diamonds. MREC. Myself. There's others and shit. I'm just keeping it real and shit. It'll be nice to see someone of his magnitude on our platforms and shit. I ain't impressed with him being on Joe Rogan. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Because when you rapping about staircase to stage and shit, our platforms, them guys that I just named, we was in them staircases with our cameras and shit. We was in the projects with our cameras and shit. For real. What happened with D-Block? It was okay, man. You speaking of a mixtape era, man. Clue was on Rockefeller too. DJ Clue was down with Rockefeller too. It wasn't close. I'm keeping it a buck. Come on, man. Dame telling his side of the story. He's doing too much. But check this out, right? I seen MC Memphis Bleak replied to what Dame Dash said. He said, niggas was calling me garbage. Bleak had a good point. Because everybody didn't like Bleak. I did. But everybody didn't like Bleak. He said niggas was calling me garbage. He said, how was Hove writing for me and niggas was calling me garbage? If he was writing for me, they was calling the God MC garbage and shit. It don't add up. If you think about it, it don't add up. And he wasn't garbage. He wasn't. He wasn't. For real. In his prime, Memphis Bleek and Beanie Siegel should have did an album together. Because they songs together, Memphis Bleek and Beanie Siegel was a hell of a tag team duo at a point in time. They was. Bleek played his role well. Bleek's delivery was nice. Death Row's run was 5 years. They said he was mid. He wasn't. He wasn't. He wasn't. He wasn't. He wasn't. If y'all heard them songs that he did with Beanie Siegel, he said Jay wrote them. I don't think so. Them songs that Bleek did with Beanie Siegel, all of them shits, all of them. Bleek had parties jumping. Bleek was a skilled yayo when it came to loyalty. I think you got a point there. At the same time, I kind of liked the Tony Yayo. I did. I liked the Tony Yayo's music. I'm not going to lie. Mr. C said, what the fuck do you got on? And he laughed behind it. I got on gym clothes. You know why? When y'all was out partying last night, drinking alcohol, smoking reefer, making a fool out of yourself, talking about what you're going to do with your New Year's resolution, I was lifting weights. And then I went to bed at a reasonable hour. And then I got up early in the morning and I went to the gym and shit. You dig? Yeah. So, maybe you can take some pointers or something like that. And when you get my age, you won't have titties like a broad and shit. I'm pretty sure you probably got breasts right now. Everybody that seen me dressed. Everybody here has seen me dressed. It's electrifying. See, I can get away with this shit. This is a Walmart sweatsuit, by the way. This is I think it's Wilson or some shit. But everybody know what the fresh game is like. I can get away with doing that. He said, Bleek don't have more bangers than Yayo. Yes, he do. Yes, he do. I was in bed by 11. Ain't no point in being outside for no reason. People be getting hurt on New Year's, man. When you younger, I'm speaking in terms of my situation, you don't give a fuck. You don't. You going out, man. You be in a spot that's dangerous. You just think it ain't gonna happen to you, or it ain't gonna happen near you. But once you start, maturing and becoming a little bit more wiser, you start thinking about straight shots. You start thinking about straight shots. The issue don't gotta be my beef. It don't gotta be my situation. Motherfuckers get the cut, then I just can't risk it, man. I can't risk it. You know what I mean? I don't drink. I'm in control of my behavior, but I'm not in control of people's behaviors outside of me. So just remove myself from the whole equation and shit. Fuck that. You know what I mean? You got a lot of people that go to church and shit like that on New Year's Eve and shit. Me? Nah. I was fucking around with my computers and my websites and shit. And I went to sleep at a reasonable hour. When y'all got up at 12 noon today, I had been up for hours already working and, doing shit that the proactive do. I'm almost 40. My oldest is 19 in 3 months. I don't belong out there. Wallahi, I stayed home New Year's. I was home with my kids. It's a little bit safer that way. You know what I'm saying? For real. Bleek had round here. You naming some bullshit by Memphis Bleek. You couldn't have bought them CDs. Didn't you hear Bleek on You, Me, Him, and Her, or Welcome to For the Fam, the posse cuts, the Rockefeller posse cuts? He always got off. What do you think about Jay-Z blackballing other black men in the industry? You don't got nothing to support that. You don't got nothing to support that. Who told you that? Dame Dash? Dame told you that? bleak is mid. Y'all done lived through the Rockefeller era. Wasn't nobody on Rockefeller that was mid. Rockefeller was the shit. I get high, rolling down the I-95. Yeah, they don't know, man. You can't, they don't know. I would sleep at 12:05. As soon as my fam said Happy New Year, yeah. You know Jay a blackballer, you scared to answer. I don't understand how Jay-Z can blackball somebody when we got access to the internet. You mean to tell me that he could stop you from selling something? You mean to tell me that you could he could stop you from selling something? Jay-Z wasn't the cause of Beanie Siegel going to federal prison. Beanie Siegel was getting caught with them guns. Jay-Z wasn't the cause of Dame Dash's fucking teeth falling out of his mouth. This is what's stopping you from being successful. Shit like that. He has to take some accountability on the shit that he did himself. You online and you didn't talk until your motherfucking teeth fell out your mouth. Don't nobody want you to represent they brand with your fucking fronts fall. You're the laughing stock of the fucking internet. Nobody want to stand next to that. Like, you got to take some accountability for that type of shit. You can't blame Jay-Z for that. You can't. You can't. I don't understand. Like, a nigga can't stop me from getting no money. They sell mouses. How is he gonna stop you from getting some money? It don't make no goddamn sense. You know who he stopped from getting money? Niggas who can't take him off their mind. Niggas that can't take him off their mind. Niggas that keep on talking about him and talking about him, wanting to be down with him. Do you know that Dame Dash has apologized to Jay-Z several times, and then he'll get back on the internet and keep going on and on with the shit? He just said, I'm sorry, and I miss Jay. Y'all don't remember that? He just said that like a year or two ago. Y'all don't remember that? Y'all don't remember he just apologized? He just fucking apologized. Didn't he? Didn't he just say, I miss him? He just said that shit. And then he continued with this shit. And then he just, he apologized to Leor too. Yeah, looking like whole style is chump. Yeah. So you apologize. The nigga ignores your apology. You feel extra stupid after apologizing. You feel more of a loser after apologizing. He ignored your apology and just didn't acknowledge you. And so you feel worse. You dig? And then you come back on with some more shit. The fuck? He said, yeah, like 2 years ago. LaFortune Frenchie said, put some bass in your voice. Eat a dick. How you like that? Eat a dick. And then I kicked him out. Was that enough bass? Was that enough bass for you, pimp? Was that enough for you? Dame is a professional bridge burner. Seen it on the Backstage documentary and all. Dame has a good business mind, but he needs to sell a product without his name on it. First thing he need to do is shut up. That's the first thing he need to do. He need to just shut up, number one. Number two, try selling something that has some quality. The movies that he's selling is garbage. He's in the movies, shooting people and shit like that. How about you let actors do the acting? Stay out of your movies. Find something to sell that people want. He's selling a sweatsuit right now. He just wore it on one of these interviews. That shit looked like what was that sweatsuit line I think was associated with Fabulous? Was it called Academics? Wasn't it a clothing line called Academics before? Academics, right? The shit that he's selling right now, it looked like some academic shit. It looked like Academics from 2004. Don't nobody want that shit, man. Like, don't nobody want that shit. It ain't It ain't about trying to revisit that which was successful for you prior. You don't have to keep trying to sell fucking clothes and shit if it ain't working for you. 50 Cent got rich off selling bottled water. Chameleonaire, he went and did something else. Pitbull went and did something else. Dame keep trying to use the same fucking formula. Don't nobody even wear that shit no more, fam. And not only that, you got to compete with all these niggas on the timeline. You going to them same niggas from Pakistan making them clothes. Same motherfuckers everybody else using. We all copping from them Pakistan niggas. We all doing business with them Pakistan niggas. You know what I'm saying? You getting the butt naked velour sweatsuits and putting patches all over them, man. When them patches said Rockefeller, Rockefeller was popping. So it worked. But you gotta find another brand that's working that you get, fam. Come on, man. So that's why it ain't working, man. Like that nigga selling that Avenue shit, man. Nobody want that shit. Gregory Beasley, your voice is getting high again. Eat a dick. I think you's a blade for real. Coming here and evaluating my voice. You shouldn't worry about my voice unless I'm spitting something in your bitch ear. Then you should be worried. Coming here and examining my voice. Freak ass nigga. I keep telling y'all, you niggas got some fucking issues, man. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Coming here and examine a motherfucker voice. Probably looking at my lips and all kind of shit. Weird freak motherfucker. What's wrong with y'all? He said, gotta be a blade. Yeah, that nigga a blade. His CEO line was also trash. He said, you still wear polo too. I do wear polo. Who still wear that besides niggas who can't afford designer? Ralph Lauren is a designer, dickhead. Y'all see what type of slow motherfuckers be in here? Y'all see what type of slow motherfuckers be in here? Y'all see that? Did y'all hear what that nigga just said? I'm gonna read it again. You still wear polo too. Who still wear that besides niggas who can't afford designer? Did y'all hear that shit? Did y'all hear that shit? These motherfuckers are slow, man, for real. Stings a little, don't it? He said 2025 brought the haters out. Nah, man, it be some slow motherfuckers on here, man. It be some slow motherfuckers on here. You think that that's all I got in my closet is polo? This is a Walmart sweatsuit for the 15. I got muscles. I can get away with this. Mean pair of kicks. I don't need all of y'all in here telling this nigga the polo is timeless and all of that. Don't do that. Some of these niggas are slow, man. Some of these niggas are slow. He said, show him the suits. Nah, you got to follow me on Instagram and shit. At I am Gully TV _. Or my personal Instagram page, Dribble Almighty. You can see me in Ralph Lauren 3-piece suits. Not this shit that everybody be wearing. You know, the shit with all the patches and shit like that. You can see me in a Ralph Lauren Taylor suit on my Instagram page. 3-piece joint with the suspenders. I get busy for real. I do. Shit serious. For real. He said that real fly shit. Yeah, with the wingtips and the cold horns and all of that type of shit. I'm on a whole nother level when it come to that fresh game. Seriously. He says you weird. I've been called that. Weird. Rare. Yeah. I'll take that. Far from the ordinary. Alien. Dame's new sweatsuit cost $500. That's why ain't nobody got that shit. Yeah, I fuck with Star from the Star Report. That's my guy and shit. Yeah. Same niggas never heard of Purple Label. Everything ain't for everybody, man. Some of us live on a God plane, right? And then you got some niggas that just ain't gonna never get up off the curb and shit. He said that title funny as fuck. Yeah, man, that's what it is, man. Joe Budden, smoking dust. This niggas in here dusted too. You can tell by they train of thought. Dusted ass niggas. I had a stunt on my uncle the other day wearing a polo sweater. He like, what the fuck is that? I'm like, nigga, this that shit. Happy holidays. You mean Grand Negre. You mean consulting. My email address is gullytvboss@gmail.com. Hit me over there. Didn't Dame Dash have some shoes? Man, Dame can't sell nothing right now, man. He need to get his fucking fronts fixed. Them sweaters been the same price since 99. That ought to tell you something. That ought to tell you something. And you frustrated, huh? You don't like that. Y'all hear him? He said them sweaters been the same price since 99. Some shit don't go on sale. You got to get your chips up. Clearance rack ass nigga. Them shits ain't never going to that clearance rack. Shits ain't never going to the clearance rack, man. You got to get your chips up, man. I understand. He giving me all the ammunition. He giving me all the ammunition. Oh, y'all like the helmet? That's my third live stream I had the helmet on, man. I be having to brace myself when I'm up there with Zip with the Drip, man. You can't be fucking around with him, man. You ain't got no equipment on. You need some equipment on, man. For real. Dame and Benzino needed to leave the internet for 3 years. I'm glad you said that. That's the last thing I'm going to discuss with y'all. Did y'all see that video of Benzino getting arrested? Did y'all see that video of Benzino getting arrested? This just came out a few days ago. Why is he always in his drawers, man? What the fuck is wrong with him? Did y'all see that video? He having a hard time, man. He said Zeno a bad case. Did y'all see that shit? He said again, hell yeah. Don't get arrested in Atlanta, man. They film that shit and they put it on the internet. Every time he get arrested in Atlanta, they film that shit and put it on the internet. This nigga just got arrested about some domestic shit. He was flipping the fuck out. He like, I just got out of jail. He having a hard time, man. That's that goddamn cocaine. He said he get high too. It's obvious. Who walks around in their drawers, man? For real. We all men. Y'all know when we take all our clothes off, we put on basketball shorts over the boxer briefs. This motherfucker walking around in his dun-dun-dun. See, he answered the door in his drawers. What the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is going on? Hey, yo. Why would you come to the door in your drawers, man? They didn't put this motherfucker on camera in his drawers and shit. Like, what the fuck is up with you, man? Like, this nigga is tripping for real. He's showing us that he got something else in his lineage. That's what he's showing us. He's showing us because he's different from us, man. He keep doing a bunch of crazy shit, man, that don't make no sense. He said he off that powder. That nigga... I'm like, the motherfucking video came through the timeline and shit. I'm like, I know this. This can't be new. I'm like, this can't be new. I know this ain't new. Man, I hit this shit. You don't open the door, but you don't look out the peephole before you open the door, fam. Like, for real. If you get a knock on your door, you know what the police knock sound like, but you got to confirm it sometimes. So we looking out the blinds, we looking through the peephole, the police. I need to go put on some fucking clothes because ain't no telling how this shit can go. And I done been arrested in my drawers before. I was on the news in my drawers before. I ain't bullshitting. When you know they out there, man, go put on some fucking clothes, man, because They not get, if they want to be assholes, they gonna book you right then, put your hands behind your back. Oh man, can I put on? No, you can't put on that, man. We got pants for you when you get downtown and shit. And they ran his motherfucking ass down, and at which point he started throwing his temper tantrums and shit, talking about I'm getting my lawyer and I'm gonna sue the fuck out of y'all and all this crazy shit. He said he Cape Verdean. I would not have opened the door. I wouldn't have opened the door either. I wouldn't have opened the door either. Hell nah. The fuck is y'all here for? Who even opens the door for the police if you don't have to? I done been in that situation 1,000 times. I'm not opening the door for nobody with a badge. Not if I see you. Not if I see you first. I don't give a fuck who it is. Sheriff, constable, police, parole agents. I ain't opening the door, period. Kick this motherfucker in if you feel like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't doing it. But this nigga came to the door in his drawers. Benzino ain't been the same since he was caught partying with Cavario. He said, thoughts on loose cannon. You seen him on tape? I got that video first. I couldn't put it on my channel. I put it on my Patreon. I also put it on Twitter at Gully TV1. I was the first one with that joint. You seen him? People be, when he be saying, sweetheart, sweetie! Niggas be seeing him clown on the internet and think he ain't with the shits. Sweetie pie. Y'all seen him? Y'all seen him on camera? He said, sweetie! That nigga crazy. He said he put that work all the way. Puka butt. Yo, they said loose cannon. Yeah. Yeah, he wild as hell. He said that wasn't a real arrest. Benzino was practicing. Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right. Anyway, he said, what animal fur is that you had on? I want to look it up. It's called a long-haired fox. If you want to get it, it costs $10,000. You can go to the Leather Closet Instagram page. You will see me on the page the day that I bought that motherfucker. They couldn't wait to put me on camera and shit. And not only that, I got a few of them joints. That was the joint to my ankles, like Frank Lucas and shit. I got a couple other joints. I got a royal blue one, and then I got a brown one with red and a bunch of different colors in it and shit. You dig? But yeah, go to the Leather Closet Instagram page. You will see them in there treating me like royalty when I drop that dime in that motherfucker. Yeah, and you ain't gonna never get one. You just talk. I'm glad you said that. It's a lot of niggas be getting online, man, with them cheap-ass furs. We can see the difference, man. We can see the difference. I'm telling y'all, man, I'm a fur expert. You niggas get online wearing rabbits and shit like that. It's a difference, man. I'm telling y'all it's a difference. Just leave that shit alone. You blowing some of you niggas is blowing your cover, for real. Don't do it. Because we could tell the difference, like, you, for real. Anyway, Jihad said, I just copped from there. Yeah, man, go get you one, man. I gotta get up off here, man. That's enough, man. Y'all ain't getting no more dribble tonight. Go to my website, therealdribble.com, man. Get you some of this fly shit. And it ain't authentic if the buckle ain't on it and shit. You know what I'm saying? I got new buckles coming out. Some of y'all who ordered right before the holiday, y'all might receive joints that don't have buckles on them. That's because I just rebranded the buckle and a new buckle is coming out. So, yeah, go to the website, man. Get your dribble right. I got plenty of it for you and shit. Look at that. Therealdribble.com, man. I got sweatshirts, all that fly shit, man. More the same for me in 2025 and shit. Like, I just told y'all, I can go for a few more 2024s and shit, man. Like, if I can live like 2024 for the next dime and shit, I'll be more than satisfied. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.